guys, the clips you're about to see today, we actually shot these back towards the end of May 21st, 22nd, somewhere in there. Just now getting around to making a video out of them, which I do apologize on that. It was just a quick little day job. I shouldn't say quick because the cleanup took far longer than cutting the actual timber itself. We were pretty adamant about getting the cleanup done right on the job, so all we took was the 299 and the brush grapple down there. It was just walnuts, all it was. I don't remember the exact number of trees. It really wasn't that many. On a small 15-acre parcel, a lot of it was open ground, so that actually made the cleanup a lot easier. It was a great job. It was actually a great opportunity. Not only did we gain a client, I like to think we made a good friend off the job as well. A super great guy we had the opportunity to work for. Always extremely thankful for that. While we're at it, I'd also like to say I'm extremely thankful for Sarah Havens with the University of Missouri Extension. Thursday she had Mark McCarthy and I. Mark is with the Missouri Forest Products Association. We were on a Zoom meeting. Originally, I think it was supposed to be an actual luncheon for the Women in Woodlands program that Sarah helped sponsor and put on. It was a lot of fun doing it. You know, it was my first time ever doing a Zoom meeting, but I think now with kind of the way things are with this crazy corona stuff and the world being a crazy place like it is, it's kind of unfortunately more of what's probably going to be normal in the coming months to hopefully not the coming years, and hopefully we don't have to look forward to stuff like that at all, because I'm more of the type of person that would rather interact face to face and over a computer screen, or in this instance iPad screen. But really it was a great I had a lot of fun doing it. A lot of good questions asked. It's a pleasure to be asked to even be a part of something like that. Sarah does great things by introducing ladies into such a thing like that, to help better them understand what's going on with forestry and logging. And anytime someone can ask us questions like that, I'm always trying to be helpful and answer the best I can, because I think not only does it help, you know, the ladies who are looking to have a timber stand harvested, it helps everybody just kind of being connected and being on the same page. So that was a lot of fun, and it was a lot of fun doing it with Mark. I've known Mark for about a year and a half or so with the MFPA. He's a great guy, hands down great guy. Guys, enjoy today's video, or a month ago's video getting posted today, however you want to say it. But we're going to go back to work tomorrow. We've got the Ranger loaded up and ready, so hopefully if the rain will hold off, which it was kind of spotty today and supposed to be spotty the next few days, we can get some video shots. So thank you so much, guys. Thursday morning here in Willard, Missouri. Cutting a little job of walnut. It's the second tree. Probably gonna have to get on the back side of that fence and push. Kenny thinks it'll come down. The same landowner we're cutting on owns the other side of the fence. That's just a cross fence, which here in a minute we'll probably take the skid steer on the other side, because there's a lot of these little walnut that are right on the fence line, that cross fence. So we need to push and pull them just to be safe. Now I do have the grapple on the 299 today, because we are piling treetops as we cut these trees in this little open area. Now Willard, Springfield, Walnut Grove, Everton Ash Grove, Halltown, Republic, Nixa, Stratford, Fairgrove, areas I really like to work down here around Springfield. Just, I don't know, and I really like these little jobs like this, where it's just a handful of trees, which I think there's about 17 or 18 trees here is all there is, I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It was something like that, pretty close. And hopefully they'll all go down pretty quick without a hitch. We start in the back because these ones will probably be the most time consuming, for one. I'd rather get the kind of the problem trees, the hard ones out of the way first, then kind of be on the downhill slide of things. And the reason why these are kind of problem trees is just like I said, because we'll either have to push or pull some of them. Hopefully we can just get on the other side of that fence and push on them. And there she goes. we've got all these cut in this little fence row now, and these things were an absolute nightmare. I didn't realize the fence was as close to these trees as it was when I looked at them. They were a booger to cut. Not bad trees, just mainly lumber logs. A little bigger than they look when you get up to them. Grapple this here. That one needs a little trimming done on it still. It's got a limb hanging. We'll set it out here. Actually, we'll try to bust that off. There we go. Just set it right there. So yeah, these are going to be the more time-consuming, problematic trees of the day, as far as bringing them down without tearing something up. I'm sorry your angles on the camera here all over the place. I'm trying to grapple and film at the same time, which, as you can tell, doesn't work too well. Dad had come with us today, but Dad had a birthday yesterday. He turned 76. Well, Kenny and I cut a little job in Willard last night, smoking Walnut. Different job than what we're on. We're in Willard today as well. But Dad, yesterday when I got in, we moved our log truck over to the job in Kansas, and I think he was going to try to cut some bur oak and pre-haul some logs today before the next round of rain comes in. The weather forecast this morning said starting tomorrow, rain for 6 days straight. So that's why you're not getting a lot of videos from us lately, because if we're not moving timber or doing something like that, I just I've got nothing really interesting or cool to do. I'm sure you guys don't want to be bored with videos that doesn't pertain to timber. So yeah, Dad's over there working today, and Kenny and I we're going to push hard to get this knocked out today. I don't know if we'll get completely done, but we're going to give it the old college try. Whenever you got to work these treetops up, it gets a little time consuming. But it sure looks good when you're done, especially a place like this where they've got some cattle in here. We can put these tops in a pile like this for burning at the landowner's discretion whenever they want to do so. I like these little jobs, these day jobs. I know I've said that probably a million times before, especially having this skid steer and grapple combination. Because I like when things look neat when we're done. Being able to cut these tops up and pile them, just to me makes the whole job look that much better. You're bouncing around there, I know, I'm sorry. You can see here where there was 4 trees down there we cut. Other than the open space in the fence rows, you can't even tell anything was there. And it'll be the same thing here with these 3 trees. Kenny's hung up there. We'll get over there and get him out real quick. Try to anyway, if we can get to him. Right in through the yard and up the driveway. Get these logs packed out where they can be loaded out. Another great thing about running a track machine, low ground pressure. Minimal disturbance when you're going in a straight line. Now if you get to turning hard, really ripping and tearing on things, you'll do some ground disturbance. But as long as you're taking wide turns and not doing just a lot of spinning, track machines are really pretty easy on things. Raised up here. I always like to pack my logs up because I like to see what's right in front of me where I'm running. And every time I come, this bunch of wood chips right here, and every time I come through here, I kind of lower the grapple and kind of push things out a little bit. Smooth these out. Well, we about bit off more than the 299 wanted. Right out there in that open pastures where we were earlier. Zoom here. Come on, zoom you. Last few trees of the day, Kenny and I have swapped places to give him a breather and let me do some cutting. Because believe it or not, being in that little thing there, after a while, I'd about just soon take a beating. I mean, it wears you out. Cramped up, everything's pushed up on you. Kenny's got a phone call there. So yeah, I'd much rather be on the business end of this saw as I would be in that thing. I think this is Kenny's first time using the grapple, and that grapple can be a little tricky anyway. The hydraulics are turned up fairly fast on that cat, and you can control the speed of your hydraulics on your main computer there on the inside. And I've turned them down to the medium setting because I like them there with using my forks in the bucket. But that grapple, like I said, it's like a snapping turtle. It'll snap. So the rain's supposed to start tonight about midnight, I guess, and next 6 or 7 days rain, which here's the good thing about tracks again. Yeah, we're not moving thousands of board foot of timber today or yesterday, but we're working, and that's the main thing, having a track machine to keep you going. Now this whole fence here is just a cross fence. Got this last tree out here to cut. It's a pretty good sized tree, but it might go back and hit that fence there, so we better make sure everything's good with it before we bring it to the ground. And after this one, we've got one more up here we're gonna have to pull. We saved the best for last there. If I can get over this fence without falling over it. Kenny will come in right up here where we're decking the logs. Yeah, it's a good sized tree. Getting that treetop away from the fence there, giving a little buffer zone. Obviously not this whole fence, but the good line fence over there on the other side of the machine. Probably the best tree on the job right there. It had an old lightning seam running up and down one side, but surprisingly it cut really good. Even with having that seam, it wasn't a deep seam. It was just a blemish more or less, but it run the length of the tree and not real deep. Whenever you see stuff like that, you've always got to be cautious and leery. Expect the worst and hope for the best. I think that ought to be the saying for the logging industry in general. Great thing about these selective harvests like we're doing today, not a lot of damage to your timber. Really, other than a few open areas in the canopy, which would be good for these younger trees. Not a lot of damage. You can hardly even tell we've been on the job. Well, that's a wrap. Just right at 7 o'clock. Not a bad day with cleanup and everything. Fun little day project. Getting to work with great people makes it all worthwhile when you get clients that are just good as gold. We did normally something like this wouldn't take near as long, but we spent just as much time today talking amongst each other and having a good time, good conversations. It really does it. It really makes the jobs that much more enjoyable. Now, tomorrow, I thought we were going to go over to Kansas and shuffle logs for Dad. So he was over there cutting today, and I think pre-hauling with the Mac. But I hear it's already raining over there, and they say the rain's going to start here about midnight. You can see it's already getting pretty cloudy up there, so would not surprise me at all if we have another rain day tomorrow. That's just kind of been the way it is. It seems not just the last few weeks, but the last few months, several months, it's been wet. So like I said earlier, rain in the forecast for the next 6 to 7 days, so I can't promise when the next video will be, guys. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later, because this not getting to work is really kind of annoying. Hard to get much done when you can't go to the woods or get timber out. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Some of you know, some of you probably didn't. Dad had his 76th birthday yesterday. We spent it working, like we do much of all his birthdays and holidays. I couldn't imagine doing anything else but working for Dad's birthday or holiday. Let's see if we can ease out here without getting run over. Guys, thanks so much. We'll see you later. Hey guys, if you like what you see, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for all of our latest videos.